Start it up.
Hey, Rob. Ready? Nope, you're not ready.
Hey, I'm here.
Welcome to Stupid Movies, where we watch them so you don't have to.
That's right. And this week, we watched Slaughterhouse Slumber Party. That's backwards, but you get the gist of it. Yeah, and I'm going to blame, straight up out of the gate, Lo-Fi Horror Guy for telling us to watch this one.
Yes.
Slaughterhouse Slumber Party, 2019, not rated, 85 minutes long. And this was directed by Dustin Mills, who did Easter Casket, which we did before.
Also had a couple of the people from Easter Casket in it.
Yes, it did. This starred Haley Joe Madison, who was also in Carousel. Well, yeah, had people in it. And a couple other, many women. I don't think I saw one dude in this movie at all.
No, there were no dudes.
No dudes. I'm okay with that. I'm making up for it now by seeing you and me on here.
Yeah. I can see us.
And it's a very low-budget indie movie, which is our forte. Let me say, out of the gate, Neon Brainiacs is in. Greg, what's
Holy
up?
crap.
Let me say out of the gate that this was Adam's pick this week.
Bullshit, it wasn't. I picked last week, and you know it.
I know. Well, this was a movie that you should have picked.
No.
Well, shoot, Adam.
So, Adam, what was this movie about?
We're just going to get there, dude. Damn it.
So this was about a group of college-age girls having an annual slumber party where they get together and watch bad horror movies. And they had a new friend, and she was a demon. And, oh, my God, full frontal nudity.
Lots of nude pillow fighting. And we've stayed the night together before. Have we ever done that?
No.
No.
In all of our years together, we have never once even hung out topless together.
No. If we ever do want to do that, Greg, grab Ben, and we'll get Lo-Fi, and we'll get Joe Horshow, and we'll have a nude pillow fight.
We absolutely will never do that.
So what did you like about this, Adam?
I thought it was clever. The humor was really on par for me. There was a lot of meta humor where they're talking about, people in horror movies always do this stupid thing, and then they would do that, literally that stupid thing. Yeah. And I thought that was really on point for me. Sure. It's not everyone's brand of humor, but I dug it.
There was a lot of dialogue that was funny. I mean, it's dumb humor. It's stupid. A lot of fart jokes. But it was funny. I mean, numerous times as we were watching, we were texting each other saying, repeating lines and laughing. So. That's
true. Yep. I especially a lot of the lesbian humor back and forth between the lesbian couple I thought was just hilarious. And they were like, oh, lesbians are doing butt stuff. And it's like, oh, dude, that's freaking hilarious to me.
For being a low-budget movie, the production value was pretty good.
Yeah, it didn't look bad.
It had some decent special effects. Dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, they used some practical and some CGI, and some of it looked pretty good. Like some of the demon makeup effect was solid.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like an Evil Dead kind of.
Yes.
Right?
Like the first Evil Dead. So I'm going to say the elephant in the room that you're too afraid that everyone will call you a pervert on. There is so much nudity. What point during the demon attack do you think maybe I should put some pants on? The nudity level is just insanely. There were 7 or 8 girls in this movie, and there were 7 or 8 naked women. Everyone who showed up in this movie was naked, full frontal naked.
Full on. Yeah.
I'm a pervert. I like naked women, apparently.
Yeah, they should have named this movie Slaughter Bush Slumber Pubes. Yeah, it was very self-aware.
Yes.
I mean, literally from start to finish. It was very self-aware. They knew what they were doing. They seemed to be having fun with it. I mean, it's just ridiculous story and stuff, and they went along with it, and they knew what they were doing. They made fun of themselves, and they made fun of us in the process.
And that's always nice when a movie can make fun of me and make me feel bad.
There was a variety of kills. Don't give me that look at him. I miss you.
I'm going to talk now. There were a great variety of kills.
Damn it.
I'll agree with you, though. There were some really cool. There was the one chick had tentacles come out of her nipples and made the other chick's boobs explode. I've never seen that. And I've watched some really weird-ass movies. I've seen drill nipples, but I've never seen tentacle nipples. That was cool.
The effects there were pretty sweet. Showed the nipples kind of opening up and the tentacles.
It kind of reminded me of Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
Like when she was shoving the lipstick tube in, but in reverse.
It was in reverse. Yep, I agree. Let's move on to the other section. I'm going to say right out of the gate, pacing is very inconsistent for me. You know, the biggest sin a movie can make, we've said this before, is to be slow and boring. I don't know if I would say it was slow and boring as a whole, but it took too long to get going. And there's just too much time. Yeah. And even when stuff was happening, it just didn't really pack the punch.
There was way too much nudity in this movie. I know that's not something I say very often. I like my nudity to make sense. When you're getting attacked by a demon is not the time to rip off your shirt. That was literally the climactic fight. The three surviving characters were all like, oh, we're going to do this. And they all rip off their shirts and their underwear. And they fight fully naked. That makes no sense. No. Don't do that.
There's a point to where it kind of gets old and tiresome. It's like, okay, you know, we've seen it. I don't know if you noticed it in the version you had, but was the sound inconsistent? Like, it seemed like it got quieter in the middle.
Some of the dialogue especially was really hard to hear.
Yeah, it just, I don't know what happened, but it was just kind of, I don't want to say poorly edited, but because, you know, it wasn't horrible, but at times I was like, I can't really hear what you're saying.
Some of the special effects, you'd said there were some really good special effects. There were some really bad special effects to the point that at times it felt like you were watching like a PlayStation 1 era cutscene.
Yeah, it was very hit or miss. You know, I mean, with the budget I get, maybe, but if you can do some good, I mean, why can't you do all of it good?
Right. If you're going to have bad effects, keep them all bad so it's consistent. Don't have some that are really, really good, because then it makes the bad ones look even worse.
And there was some blood and gore, but not enough. You know me, I like my blood and gore.
The exploding boobs didn't do it for you?
That was cool.
That wasn't enough?
More of that. We needed more boobs to explode.
More exploding boobs. For me, I think the biggest thing, and this really bothered me throughout the whole thing, is the director was making fun of the movie itself as they went. And they were like, oh, you know, all the really bad special effects and as bad special effects are happening. And all the really bad acting as the actors are really bad. That's our job, to make fun of movies. As the critic, it's our job to point out things that are wrong. And when you do it as the director, you're basically trying to make yourself invincible. So it's like, oh, well, I made fun of this, so you don't really have... What did you just do?
I don't know what happened to me.
Undo that.
I'm trying.
As a director, it's your job to make the best movie you can. And now, that doesn't mean you're going to make the best movie. But with what you have available, you need to make the best movie you can. As a critic, it's our job to point out the things that are good and the things that are bad. If, as the director, you are doing that job for us, then it means I have to go out of my way to find other things that are worse, like harder to talk about. And it just, to me, it felt like they were trying to make themselves invincible to criticism. Also, put some damn pants on.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you too. You too. Okay. I'm not wearing pants either. I'm not upset that we watched it. I am upset that you wasted $25 to buy it.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed about that, damn it. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. So it's not the worst movie I've seen. It's not the best. But there's parts I enjoyed, parts I didn't enjoy. I wish it would have sped up some. Didn't waste as much time, had more gore. But, you know, it was funny at times. It had some decent parts, effects-wise and stuff. So, I don't know, very middle of the road for me. Maybe I'll watch it again sometime. I spent $25 on it, so I probably will. I'm going to go middle of the road and say 4 out of 8 for me.
I think middle of the road is a pretty good description of it. There was nothing in this movie that really stood out. Like Easter Casket at least had some things that was like, oh, holy shit, I've never seen anything like this before. This had some effects that I've never seen, but the movie as a whole, I mean, you've seen this.
Basic. Yeah, basic.
Before. Night of the Demons, I think, is actually a really good comparison because this is like that, but not as good. There was a lot of fun in it. A lot of the humor was great. A lot of the fart jokes were great. You know, fart jokes always do it for me. Exactly. For the most part, it was a movie that I watched today. It's not the best movie I will watch today. May not be the worst movie that I watch today. So I'm going to say it's a very middle of the road, too. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 8, same as you.
Yay! High five. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom! Look at that. We're pros, baby. Okay.
Or something.
Well, hey, we're going to continue on with this version for a while.
We got to do the plugs.
What are the plugs? Oh, yeah, the plugs. Yeah, so if you dig what we're doing, obviously you can find us here on Instagram. Join us live right now, but this will be up on our YouTube later today. It will be over on Facebook.com/StoopidMovies. We also have a Bandcamp, which I never did put last week's up. I totally forgot. Oh, we have an email, too. We have an email. It's StoopidMovies@outlook.com.
Send Rob pictures of your tentacle penis. He's making a collection.
I don't like that. Support indie horror, guys!
Oh, yeah, support indie horror. We haven't said that in a while.
I know, so do it.
Bye, friends.
Bye!
Why don't you end when I...
Ah! No!
You've turned filters on.
I didn't mean to. What is happening to me?